Wi-Fi will work.
Mine's kind of slow today too. It was slow last night.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that. I'm gonna watch that episode because you guys did it on fucking Resident Evil, and I played that not too long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Did you play the Switch version?
No, I didn't. I played the Origins pack. It
Oh,
was
okay.
the HD remaster of both that and Resident Evil Zero. But yeah, no, I was excited when that popped up in my notifications that I saw Resident Evil HD. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I've been playing it for like a couple of weeks now. Um, Playing a couple hours a day. I guess I'll go ahead and start the show, and we'll just kind of. I got Twitter open too, so
Yeah,
if
hopefully someone will join us and give us something to talk about too.
yeah,
I'm sure we'll have no lack of, material if we talk about what happened yesterday.
yeah. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
All right, three, two, one. Hey guys, do you want to hear us, you know, keep doing the show, talking to more people? I know you do, because we somehow won the most comedic podcast on earth. And you know how we do that? Because of people like you. You go to Patreon at patreon.com/OM podcast and you throw us a couple of bucks a month and we keep the lights on here and food in Jacob's belly. Because look at him. Poor kid's wasting away. He needs food. Look at him. Well, you can't hear him. Like, say something, Jacob.
Well, I tried to burp, I almost threw up.
Yeah, don't throw up on the show. Head over to patreon.com/OM podcast and give us money. Ooh, you know what that sound means? That music means it is Thursday night, and we're here for the Open Micers podcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm the younger, hotter model, Jacob Craig.
Well, we had a guest tonight, but I guess we got our wires crossed, so it's going to be just me and you tonight. How do you feel about that?
Ooh. You know what? I like it, man. We don't get a chance to talk enough. And now we have all the time in the world to talk because we can be on Zoom for however long with two people.
Yeah, I know.
And I get
Just
to
the
play with my
two of
new
us.
toy.
We can
We
make
can
it
make
if we
it if we
try.
try.
Just the two of us. Just the two
You
of
and
us. Oh, I like it.
We're gonna get taken down now for copyright strike.
Oh man! So, like I said in the beginning of the show, we somehow won Hollywood Digest's most comedic show on earth. How the fuck did that happen?
Well,
I didn't even know we were in the running for anything.
when a man and a woman love each other very, very much,
Is this a birds and the bees
sometimes,
talk? I need a birds
yeah,
and bees talk.
sometimes your podcast with a few dedicated listeners will win Best Comedic Podcast on Earth award.
I like it. It gave when you told me that we won, it gave me a special tingling feeling in my naughty bits, and it felt good.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same feeling, but in my back naughty bits.
That was a fart. That's what that was.
Yeah. I have IBS, so
Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's not your fault.
You know
It's
who
probably
else has
mine.
IBS?
Who?
Frasier. Frasier has IBS.
Oh, yeah, Kelsey Grammer does?
Yeah, he does. He was like the IBS spokesperson for a while. It's like,
Wow.
how do you get that fucking job? Like, who would want to be like, who would want to tell the world like I have IBS and have it be like, a public service announcement? Like, did he get paid? I'm sure he got paid for that.
Oh, he had to. If he had to have gotten paid more than a regular person would have.
I mean, I think about it. I'm like, yeah, it would take a lot of money for me to be a spokesperson, but honestly, I would be a spokesperson for anything at this point for money.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis was the spokesperson for shit yogurt.
Is that what we're gonna call this episode? Shit yogurt.
Shit yogurt. Yeah, let's call it shit yogurt. Why not?
That
We'll just
sounds.
talk about
That
Jamie
sounds
Lee
lovely.
Curtis.
Speaking of Jamie
Activia.
Lee Curtis, man, I'm so disappointed that the new Halloween movie didn't come out this last year. I got to wait a whole nother freaking year. Well, not a whole
Mhm.
year now, like another, what, 8, 10 months?
Something like
I think
that.
it's coming out in October this year.
So I've only seen, I saw the original Halloween for the very
Mhm.
first time this last year, and I actually really enjoyed it. I haven't had a chance to watch the remake, but I do have Halloween 3 Season of the Witch recorded
Yes.
on my
Yes.
DVR. I'm
Come to
gonna
the
watch it.
come to the dark side, my child.
What are you gonna do if I hate it, Jason?
It's not gonna hurt my feelings, but because if you don't like weird science fiction, you're probably not gonna like it.
Hmm.
Because I don't necessarily consider it a horror movie because it's not really a horror movie. It's more
Right.
like a very uncomfortable sci-fi movie. Like
I like that.
there's just weird stuff. Like I wouldn't not categorize it as horror at all. It's more just it's sci-fi. It's like not hard sci-fi, but it's got that weird John Carpenter feel to it. Like, like Escape from New York or something like that.
Yeah, no, I dig that. I like the movie Weird Science. That's,
Everybody likes
weird
weird science.
weird science. Yeah. No, I like weird science fiction movies. I kind of unironically like stuff that comes on at like midnight on sci-fi. You know what I mean?
Well, that would be Halloween 3. That's a perfect midnight sci-fi channel movie.
Excellent. I mean, then I'm probably gonna love it. Because I talk shit on Mississippi River Sharks. I love Mississippi River Sharks, dude.
I don't think I've ever watched Mississippi River Sharks all the way through. I think I watched the parts that me and Wally were in, and then I left.
Yeah. Did you didn't who was the one that was in that? It was Jason London,
Yeah, it
right?
was
Or was it Jeremy?
Jason London.
Jason
Jeremy
London.
London was his not stunt double, but sort of did different stuff when Jason couldn't do something. I don't remember. He was there doing stuff, but I don't remember
Yeah.
what.
I just remember him like because the last time I watched it, I've watched it multiple times. I'm never all the way through. But I remember the last time I watched it up until the point where Jason London has an eye patch on for some reason,
I
and
don't
then a
even.
shark just projectile like tackles him off a fucking pier,
I have
and I
no.
turned it off.
I have no memory of that whatsoever. I don't even think I got that far in the movie.
We should try to get Jason London on the podcast and ask him about Mississippi River sharks.
Honestly, I'm sure he would. I'll ask him. I'll shoot him a text this week and see if he wants to come on because he's got a new movie with Corin Nemec. Is it a movie or is it a TV
Really?
show?
What's it called?
Hold on. Let me look on
Uh,
Instagram real quick.
um, Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah, I wish we had a Jamie. That'd be nice. All right.
Addie Dwyer offered to be our Jamie at one point, and I told her I would feel bad if she did that because she would just watch every show, and then we just, I don't know,
How do I
make
look
fun
it
of
up?
her, I guess.
How do I look it up if I can't remember what it's called?
Look at his filmography, his IMDb.
Hold on. Oh, here it is. Blackwater Blues is what it's called.
Oh, okay. I think I've loosely heard of that somewhere.
And you know who Corin Nemec is, don't you? He played Parker Lewis back in the '90s, and was in a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
movies in the '90s.
I've heard the name. I can't really put a face or like a TV show or anything to it.
You'd know his face if you saw. He was actually. Did you ever see the original? They actually have that new version of Stephen King's The Stand out
Hmm.
right now, CBS All
Yeah.
Access. Well, Corin Nemec was in the original TV adaptation of The
Okay.
Stand.
The one with Ted Danson in it, right?
No, didn't have Ted Danson. It had Lieutenant Dan. What's his name?
Oh, Gary
Yeah,
Sinise.
Gary Sinise.
Okay. I
And
must be oh, I was thinking of the original Creep Show. That's my mistake.
yeah. Ooh, I love Creep Show too.
Yeah, that was the one with Ted Danson in it, and the
Yeah.
guy from Airplane makes him bury himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so good. Didn't they do a Creep Show remake?
Yeah, it's on AMC. They did a remake TV show.
I need to watch that.
It's absolute dog shit. You
Is
should just
it?
save your time.
Son of
Don't
a
worry about it.
bitch. I hate it
It's
when
so
they
bad,
remake good stuff and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what they do, and then they just completely ruin it.
Yeah, I mean that's my opinion. You might like it. Like my parents liked it just because they watched the original Creep Show.
Yeah. Well, I love The Stand, the book The Stand by Stephen King.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Stephen King books, and I still like the original TV miniseries, and I was like, really excited for this new one to come out. I watched the first 2 episodes. I was like, this is boring as fuck. I don't know what
Really?
they're doing. They're ruining it.
That's too bad,
Oh,
man.
Freddy
I don't
versus
know,
All is in the chat, and he says he watched Mississippi River Sharks a couple of times all the way through. A couple of times?
bro. You just won my heart.
You should get
You
a
just won my heart.
prize. You get a
You should
prize
get a
for that.
prize. You
We'll
know, like Freddy
sing the
versus All, you
song.
should come over. We'll watch Mississippi River Sharks together.
Yeah.
It'll be a whole thing.
Once this pandemic is over with, let's all get together and watch Mississippi River Sharks together.
Absolutely. We should do like a commentary with Wally on Mississippi River Sharks.
I can take you to where we filmed it at. It's right there in Ocean Springs at one of the piers.
Real?
Yeah, one of the fishing piers.
I've probably been there before. I probably fished there.
Probably. It's like one of those little inlets right there off of is it Beach Boulevard? I don't think it's Beach Boulevard, but it's close to it. I can't even describe how to get there, but it's very easy to get there. But I passed by it the other day with Angelina, and I was like, "Oh, that's where we filmed Mississippi River Sharks." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Doesn't look very big." It's not, just a little pier.
Yeah, that's not the first time she's told you that.
Yes, yeah, you know, I set myself up for that one.
Yeah, you did.
So do we want to talk about the 2,000-pound ape in the room and what happened yesterday?
Yeah, we might as well. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. My new toys is giving me troubles.
You sound silky.
Thank you. I feel silky. I got a new microphone, everyone at home that's listening. I have an actual professional microphone now.
Yeah, so everybody
if you're watching video,
everybody
and you see me hunched over.
Everybody can stop complaining now about how you sound like ass.
Yeah. You guys suck my Yeti Nano mic. How about that? But yeah, we should do a State of the Union. I mean, it's our podcast. We can put our opinions on it, you know.
If you're listening to this and you live under a rock, basically, the Gravy Seals tried to take over the Capitol yesterday in Washington D.C. and one of the guys who looked like he was about to officiate the Royal Order of Water Buffaloes meeting, they attacked the Capitol and they took all the senators. They were trying to, it was basically a formality to certify Joe Biden as president of the United States. And a bunch of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol for some God knows why reason, because I don't understand how people have gotten so crazy over a 2-bit reality show star. How that happened is beyond me. I don't know exactly what to say about it. It's really disheartening to me how many people I know have drank the Trump Kool-Aid, and it really disappoints me, and I don't know what to say. Like, it's been a weird 36 hours now since that happened, and I've had to deal with friends who justify it, family who justify it, and I'm like, these are people I've known my whole life, and they're okay with people trying to overthrow the government, and I'm not okay with that, and I feel really strange about it, and I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, I'm genuinely scared for the first time in a very long time.
You and me both.
I mean, when the pandemic happened, yeah, like, I'm diabetic and everything, and if I get COVID, chances are something very serious might happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that just affects me. Like, that's something that I can deal with. Like, this is something that, you know, I have a daughter to protect, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's really scary.
That's another thing. You have a child. I don't have a child. I only have, you know, myself to look after, my girlfriend. You know, I have nephews that are still teenagers, and it scares me, the world they're going to have to be in. And I know I don't know. I don't want them to turn into assholes.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Freddie said he can't believe he's surprised how bad the Capitol Police were. Thing is, I mean, the ones that were trying to do their job, the ones that weren't letting people in, they were just overwhelmed. Like like you saw the video of the poor black guy who was being chased up the stairs. Like he's one guy.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
one dude. And like if I was a black guy and I saw a bunch of raging hillbilly white guys running at me, I would want more than a stick. I would be like running my ass off. I'm a white dude, and if I saw a bunch of those white people running at me, I'm going the other way. Like I do not want anything to do with those people.
Dude, he's a stronger man than me. I mean, I would have started unloading on him.
Yeah, he was trying to hold his ground, man. Dude, I wish we could interview that guy on this show. I'd be like, dude.
Yeah. Him and the Twisted Tea guy.
You have my. Oh yeah, I want that Twisted Tea guy on here, son. Dude, have you seen the video somebody made of the Twisted Tea guy and President Trump, where he's taking his mask? He's at when he got back from the hospital and he was up on the railing of the White House and he took his mask off. As soon as he did that, the Twisted Tea guy pops up and just fucking smokes Trump in the face. It's the funniest gif I've seen in a while. It made me actually laugh out loud.
I should look that up. Yeah, man, it's weird that something like that goes viral and then a few days later,
I knew I should have bought stock in Twisted
Tea.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe I need to start buying Twisted Teas because I'm not old enough to get a gun. Yeah. So that it scares me that I have a daughter to protect. I'm not old enough to have a gun, and I'm surrounded, by neighbors who unequivocally believe in this guy. When all these people were storming the Capitol, there were gunshots all around my house.
Dude,
of
that's
people like
freaky.
I guess preparing. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know.
I mean, it's scary, man. I mean, there's officially 3 major political parties right now. It's Democrats, Republicans, and the Trump cult.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot call yourself a Republican if you just blindly support this guy.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 this year. I have, in the past, I never really voted until Obama. I never really, even after Obama, like in 2012, I voted Green Party because I was ready to get weed legalized. So I knew he was going to win anyways. And I live in Mississippi, so my vote doesn't count.
Right.
So I have voted up and down the line my whole life. It didn't really matter if it was Democrat, Republican. I always voted for who I felt was the best person. And it feels like within the last, like, I'd say 15 years or so, 10 to 15 years, like the Republican Party has become the party of extremism, basically. Like, and I see it from the left too, because I'm not that far left, but I'm not scared of people on the left. Like,
exactly.
I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared
they're just gonna hurt you with words.
I'm not scared of BLM. I have black friends. I'm not scared of BLM. I'm not afraid of gay people. Like I have gay friends. Like I'm not scared of the left. It's the crazy ass hillbilly gun toting, Bible thumping white boys with 4 teeth on the right that I am terrified of, and I don't want to. It's especially living where we live. Like we live in a pretty diverse area of, we're from Mississippi, if you don't know that, but we live on the Gulf Coast, which the rest of the state calls us coast trash because we're
coast trash represent.
Yeah, coast trash represent because
very proud of that.
We are more diverse here along the coast, but. I don't know. It's scary. Like I'm scared to go places, and I see people driving around town with like huge Trump flags on their trucks, and I'm like, I can't think of one single human being I'm into enough to fly out their flag on my vehicle. Like,
yeah,
politician or no. Like maybe Eddie Van Halen. I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, imagine if your girlfriend asked you, like, "Hey, will you fly a flag of me on your car?" I'd have to respectfully say, "Baby, are you fucking crazy?" No, I'm not gonna do that. What the fuck are you talking about?
And like I see those people in the first, I got to be honest, the first thing that comes to my mind is something is mentally wrong with that person.
Yeah.
They have issues that they're not dealing with,
Mm,
and it just goes to it circles all the way back around to the way we treat mental health in this country, the way we treat healthcare. If we had universal healthcare, we would have better mental health care, so people can get the help that they need and not go crazy and wear horns to take over the freaking capital of the United States. Because people can sit here and say all day long that it was a peaceful protest. It was not a peaceful protest. 4 fucking people died over this shit. Our president incited a riot and where 4 people were killed. 4
yeah.
American people were killed. And that was not a protest. That was a coup attempt, is what that was. I don't care what people say it was. That was craziness. And
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years I would ever see anything like that in my lifetime.
Yeah, and the woman that they're trying to make the martyr of their cause, the veteran that got shot and killed, she reached a point in the Congress. I'm not exactly sure,
From
what
I don't know the specific details, but I know they warned her several
yeah. So
times.
if you go a certain amount into the capital, at some point you're considered a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
And wherever she went so far that she was considered a domestic terrorist, and they shot her as soon as she reached that point.
Yeah. I mean, what do
She
you
knew exactly what
expect?
she was doing.
This is a government building where government stuff happens. You're
Government
not
stuff.
supposed to be there. I mean, yes, we pay for the building with our taxes, but you don't work there. You don't belong there. Um, you can protest and be outside and make your voices heard, but if you go inside and start shit, I got no feelings for you. You get
Yeah.
what's coming to you. If you're gonna
Yeah,
be
man. I
an
mean,
if you're gonna be an idiot, you got to expect repercussions, man.
and I think what it boils down to most is the education in this country,
Yes.
because Trump's biggest base are white males who don't have a college education.
Well, that's the thing. I've been saying that since the '90s. Whenever they're constantly taking money out of funding education, I was like, you know what? That's the only way Republicans stay in power, is to keep people dumb.
Yeah.
That's the
I
only
don't even
way
know
it
if it's
happens.
Republicans anymore, man.
Yeah, it's
Because
both.
I bet you'll agree with me that I respect the fuck out of Mitt Romney right now.
Yes, I voted for Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I respect the absolute shit out of Mitt Romney right now.
Was
He's the
that
only one who
2012
has
that
the
he ran? Was
yeah.
2012? Yeah, that was the year
Uh
I voted for him. Not that I didn't like Obama, but I
yeah.
liked Mitt Romney too. And I was like, well, I already voted for Obama. I'm going to vote for Romney too.
Yeah. And I mean he's the last Republican that has any balls to stand up to the fucking tyrant, you know?
Yeah.
He's the one that's like, "Hey, what this guy's saying does not represent our party.
Uh-huh.
I'm a Republican. I'm not a Trump, whatever you want to call him.
Well,
I'm not Trump's little lackey."
the Republicans really need to like take a step back and really look at what happened when once the dust settles. People that are responsible for this need to be held accountable in
Yeah,
some way.
absolutely.
And if we
Yeah, I
don't,
mean, this was
it's
twice
gonna
as violent
it's
as
gonna
any of
happen.
the, Black Lives Matter protests.
Because if this could happen this time, it'll happen again. And those who are responsible need to be held accountable. Um, I mean, I don't even know what else to say about that. It's just we got to be better, man. Like, we're America. We're better than this. I know we are. We always do the right. Who was it that said Americans are arrogant, but they always do the right thing when the time comes or whatever? I don't remember who's. It was some
I
saying like
believe
that.
I believe it was Mr. T.
Maybe, probably. Ooh, them damn Americans, they cool. They fools, but they do the right thing.
But I've been reading Matthew McConaughey's new book, Green Lights.
Really?
And
I didn't know he had
yeah,
a new
it's
book.
yeah, dude, it's really interesting. It's a philosophy book, if anything. It's less of an autobiography and more of a philosophy book.
Yeah.
And
All right, all right, all right.
all right, all right, all right. He actually tells the story behind that, and it's very interesting. But he at one point went to uh I believe the Amazon River, uh, or somewhere in South America, or it might have been Africa. But he was with these two guides, and they were both Muslim, and they saw this woman who was a prostitute, and one of them said, "Oh, well, that's a shame. She shouldn't be selling her body like that." And the other one countered with, "Well, it's not up to us to decide what she does with her body. You know, she can live her life and we live our lives." And Matthew McConaughey took the side of the guy who was like, "Oh no, she shouldn't be out here," and they both scolded him because they said it's not about being right, Matthew. It's about understanding the other side.
Yes.
That's what we all need to understand. You can have your opinion. We can understand each other. Neither of us are right. But now that we understand each other, we can move on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start the Church of Saint McConaughey.
Yeah, why not?
Bow
Vote
your,
Matthew McConaughey for president.
bow your heads. All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
I'm down
we,
with
sh-
that. I would go
we
to the
should vote
Church of
for
McConaughey.
we should vote for Robert Redford because that's who was president in Watchmen and he saved the world.
Yeah. Who are some of the great presidents in movies? Because Morgan Freeman always plays a great president. You know who
Oh
else will
yeah.
make a great president? What's his name? Not Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman from
Yeah, Bill Pullman. Yeah, from Independence Day.
yeah. Who else is
S-
a great president in movies?
you know, rest in peace. Tommy Lister, who just died, was president in The Fifth
Yeah,
Element.
I forgot about that. That's a good pull.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and you would never think that he would be elected president. That's a scary looking motherfucker.
oh, Terry Crews, because he played President Macho Camacho in Idiocracy, which is
Oh
now a
yeah,
documentary.
yeah. There we go. We should vote for Terry Crews.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said on Facebook yesterday. I haven't gotten on Facebook in forever, but I just had to vent yesterday. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? If all this is happening because of a 2-bit D-list celebrity game show host, like, why don't we just go ahead and vote one of the guys from Jackass next time? Be like, hi, I'm
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to the State of the Union. Bow, bow, bow.
I mean,
Yes,
we might as well, dude.
Steve-O is fucking vice president. Get up on the podium, staple his balls to his leg.
Hey, cocaine would be legal for sure.
Yeah, it would. So would wasabi. Did you ever see when he snorted wasabi?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I did.
God. That made me hurt just watching it.
That was early Jackass too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was first couple of seasons. Dude, have you seen Bam Margera lately? He's
Yeah.
starting to look like his dad, Phil.
Yeah. Have you seen his Dr. Phil episode where he like cries for help?
Yeah, like his mom put him in rehab for a while. Is his dad still alive, Phil?
I don't know. I think he might have.
Let
He
me.
had to have died, right?
He had to have. That dude was so unhealthy. Is
Yeah.
Phil Margera dead? Phil Margera.
Is he able to take a peaceful shit in the big toilet in the sky?
Let's see. He was born 1939.
Jeez, that's so long ago.
Looks like he died in 2007.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it says. Hold on. Born July 3rd. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't. It says October 13th, 1939 to June 16th, 2007. But it says here he's age 63, but it doesn't have a death. So I don't know if that's.
Well, if it says aged 63, that means he's
It
dead.
says age 63.
Oh well.
So I guess he's still alive.
Well, Sorry, Phil Margera.
Yeah.
We thought you were dead, bud. You
Well,
know they're making another Jackass movie
yeah,
coming
I
out with
know.
Jackass 4 this year.
Well, I know that Phil's uncle, Phil's brother died. What was his name? Oh God, what was his name? The one with the
Was it?
weird wonky eye.
Yeah. Boom Margera.
No, not Boom. God, what was his name?
I don't remember.
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember ever seeing him on the show.
Yeah, he had this weird. He was actually had to leave the show at one point because he was busted for like hiring an underage prostitute or some shit
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's like one of the worst crimes I can imagine someone being busted for. I thought you were
Uh,
gonna say like methamphetamine or
no,
something, but
it
nope.
was something rancid, like an underage prostitute or something.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah.
That's so bad, dude. Did you
Um.
hear what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was actually gonna ask you. You go ahead because I want to end the show talking about something upbeat.
Okay. Something not so upbeat. Did you hear about Tanya Roberts?
Tanya Roberts.
So
Was
she played Midge Piccolotti on that 70s show,
Oh
and
yeah,
she
yeah,
was a
yeah,
Bond.
yeah. They
She
announced
was
her
a
death,
Yeah,
but she wasn't dead. And
and
then
then
when
she
they
died the next day.
and then when they came out with the thing that says she wasn't dead, that's when she died.
Yeah,
How fucked up is that?
and like, so what all happened was like, because no one can see her in the hospital because of COVID. So her partner told Inside Edition that he went to see her to go say goodbye, and I guess they construed that as her like being already dead, but he just knew that she was dying. And then while he was on Inside Edition, they called him on like a landline phone, and they're like, "Hey, your wife's or your girlfriend's alive." And he started crying, and he's like, "I'm so happy."
And then she died.
And then she died.
Oh my god, that sucks. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, I love that show, that '70s show.
Hmm.
But I remember seeing her when I was a kid. In that
Beastmaster.
movie, not Beastmaster, Sheena, and
Oh
she was
yeah,
naked in Sheena.
she was
And I
naked in
remember we rented
Beastmaster.
it and I watched it, and that was like that's actually my first memory of like Touch Biloxi says, like Mushmouth. My sexual awakening was the
Wow.
movie Sheena because she was naked so much in that movie. I was so in love with her. I remember watching that movie and feeling feelings I had never had before because of that movie.
Yeah, man. I when she died, I looked up some of her Playboy shoots.
Oh
She
yeah,
was she was in it, man. She
yeah,
was she was definitely a worthy Bond girl.
yeah. Don Vito, thank you, Freddy versus all. Don Vito Margera. Please tell me you remember
Oh
Don Vito.
no, I
You don't remember
don't.
Don Vito? He's the one like you could never understand what he was saying.
No. Did he sound like he was on Swamp People?
Yeah, he would like start like getting all excited, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Shoot him.
they would always have to do like captions for him on the show because nobody could understand what he was saying, and most of the time it would be like a couple of words and then just gibberish. It would just literally say gibberish.
Speaks in Louisiana.
Yeah. It was hilarious. But yeah, he got busted for something like child prostitution or something. It was
God damn, dude. Ripped on Vito, dude.
yeah.
Went down too soon.
Before we leave, I just wanted to get your opinion on. I know you love the Star Wars like I do. What did you think of
Hmm.
the Mandalorian? We are going to spoil it a bit if you haven't seen it, but too bad it's been like a month now. So
Well, so you understand how poor I am, Jason.
you haven't seen it, have you?
No. I've seen the first like 6 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Dude.
I knew I was gonna ruin it for you. All right, so let's shift. Have you seen Wonder Woman yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let's talk about Wonder Woman 1984.
Um, in my honest opinion, I don't really have an opinion about it. I don't think it was as good as the first one. I just felt like it was a movie made by committee. Like it was
Mm.
so all over the place. I just felt like I never could get into it because it was so uneven and just like all over the place. Like I couldn't get into it, you know?
Yeah. See, I hate to say it because a lot of the success of that movie is because of Patty Jenkins, because it's a Wonder Woman movie directed by a strong woman.
Yeah.
But everything that's wrong with that movie could have been fixed by a better director.
I don't think so. I just didn't. I thought that she's a great. I think she's a good director, but I don't know. Just that script, that story, just felt so.
Hey, she wrote it too.
She did. I don't
Yeah,
know,
her and
man. It was
Scott Snyder.
well. That's why Scott Snyder's a terrible storyteller.
Yeah.
The dude's a great visual director, but you cannot put that guy in charge of writing or anything.
Yeah, they developed the script together and Patty Jenkins directed it. My big beef with it was that the CGI was horrible. It was so bad in the final fight scene that like I imagine they made the final fight scene so dark that you couldn't see Cheetah
Yeah.
because the CGI on Cheetah was so bad.
Well, that's all. That's the way it always is. You know, I even go back and watch like Marvel movies, and you can tell when they're like they don't feel like rendering something too well.
Hmm.
They're just like, I just put a bunch of shit right here, like them rolling
Yeah,
around in the dirt or something, or the
but it's
dark.
like in a 2 hour 45-minute movie, the final fight scene's maybe 5 minutes in the dark. You can't see anything. Man, you could have had a lot, allocated a lot more time to that final fight scene and made it a giant thing with, in the daytime so you can see Cheetah.
Yeah.
Like,
And I like Kristen Wiig too. She's good in everything I've seen her in.
oh yeah, she killed that role, man. It's just when she finally did the final transformation, what killed her it was the that you couldn't see her.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, in my opinion, is a giant plot hole because in 1984, the world almost ends. Everyone's making wishes and shit.
Mm.
And somehow Bruce Wayne doesn't remember. Like you're telling me Batman doesn't remember all this happening in
Yeah.
1984? Because Batman in the DCEU is supposed to be like 45, 50.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he should remember.
that
Alfred should definitely fucking remember.
well, they just did a thing where they Michael Keaton is going to be the
Oh, yeah.
main Batman in the DCU. I'm totally down for that because I even talked to Steve Scott and Steve Wise both years ago, probably around 2015, that I wanted to do my own version of like actually use Steve Scott to go to DC and be like, look, I have an idea for what would have been the third Burton verse film and do a graphic novel with Steve. I would write it. He would, he would illustrate it. And it just never kind of came to fruition because even they were just like, dude, they'll never, they'll never
Yeah,
go
they'll
for
never go
that.
for
You
it.
know? But I had a really good idea for what would have been a third Burtonverse movie, like an older Batman having to come back with basically what was, Joaquin Phoenix's type of Joker, where
Mhm.
like this Joker disciple comes back, like it's actually the son of Jack Napier or whatever, and would have been like come back with as a new version of the Joker, and sort of along the lines of sort of a Dark Knight Returns type of thing, but
Mhm.
he has to get like a younger trainee to come in and help him take down the new Joker and his henchmen and all that kind. It would have been a cool story to do. I really wanted to do that, but man,
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is my Batman. Him and
Hmm.
the original Adam West. Like I loved the original Batman '66 series when I was a kid.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I think it's a really smart move with I mean, Ben Affleck's coming back for Flashpoint,
Mhm.
but obviously he doesn't want back in the role.
Yeah,
So introducing Michael Keaton's, I'm assuming the original universe back and
yeah.
and then expanding upon it with no strings attached, no universe attached to it. It's such a smart move, especially if you can get like Damon Wayne or Carrie Kelly in there
Yeah.
and truly make it
I
either like
really hope that that Henry Cavill stays on because I like him as Superman. I really hope they can bring back Brandon Routh in some way, and maybe if they could have a body double and go to the Christopher Reeve estate and get permission to do, a deep fake with him as Christopher Reeve coming back. That would be epic.
Yeah, I think with Flashpoint, the possibilities are endless, and I think they're gonna have to do a lot to compete with the third Spider-Man movie that's gonna be
Yeah.
Spider-Verse,
Dude,
because
I'm
we're
telling
getting what
you,
we always wanted
I
with three
told
Spider-Man.
I told you this the other night. If they don't do the meme with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland, if they don't have the meme of them all three pointing at one another at some point in that movie, that is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, man. I hope they do it just for the meme.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they will. It depends on who's directing it, I think.
I think if somebody with a good sense of humor, they will. And I think Kevin Feige, he's in charge of all the MCU stuff. I think he would be smart enough to be like, "Hey guys, just put this one scene in there. It doesn't even have to be long. Just a second,
hope so, man.
like a second and a half of them just all pointing at one another, just to satisfy all the nerds out there who would get that."
I hope so. But I mean, it is enough just to see Alfred Molina's Doc Ock back, Andrew
Yes.
Garfield's Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, a lot of people are saying that he's not signed to be on this yet. Everyone's just assuming that he's going to be in it.
Well, what's he doing? He's not doing much. Give him,
That's true.
throw him $1 million and tell him to come in for 10 minutes of screen time.
But I do believe that Kirsten Dunst has signed on to it to be MJ.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, even if it is just Andrew Garfield, man, like doing Spider-Verse this way with all these Easter eggs and finally giving people what they want, that's what Flashpoint has to do.
Yeah.
Give us Michael Keaton, give us Ben Affleck, give us everything. Give us Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman, please. Give us that Thomas Wayne Batman.
Yeah.
You gotta
awesome.
You gotta pick the universe back up, and you have to make a good movie. You have to appeal to the fans because you tried not doing that and it didn't work.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the DC universe might be way too far behind. I don't know.
Well, they need to do one shots like the Joker was that aren't attached to anything.
That's what they do best. They do that with their animated, their animation studios. All those one shots are great.
Yeah, and just give it to a director who has a vision and say, make your movie. Here's a blank check.
Yep.
Here's the characters we want in it.
Give me a movie check. I can make a Batman movie.
Yeah, why not?
Who would you hire as Batman if you could make one Batman movie?
Ooh, who would I hire as Batman?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. When Christian Bale left, my overwhelming number one pick was Carl Urban.
Oh,
I thought he would have made a really good Batman, especially seeing him in The Boys now.
Dude, have you seen in the Dredd?
No, I've actually never seen Dredd.
You have got to see Dredd. Do that tonight. Dredd is one of the best comic book movies that's ever been made. I'm telling you.
Dude, the list of movies you've told me to watch is so long.
Yeah,
I can't get to them all.
Everybody that's seen Dredd knows how good that Dredd movie is. And it didn't do well. That's why we didn't get any sequels. But even Carl Urban's like, I would love to do a sequel because that movie's so damn good. Yeah. Oh, Freddy vs. All said the laughing Batman, too, is the anti-verse.
Ooh, Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a really great one-shot movie. I mean, obviously you would need a very good actor for it and someone who's not afraid to have their face covered for the whole fucking time, so someone with not a very big ego.
And I think if I was to do a Batman movie, I would basically just do an adaptation of The Long Halloween.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's one that needs to be adapted for sure.
Yeah.
Because we've had Nightfall already and we're getting, Flashpoint. The Dark Knight Returns is kind of played out. So, the long Halloween would be a really good one. That's also Batman Beyond, dude.
Yeah.
I would love to see Batman Beyond.
I would love that, dude. I love Batman
Michael
Beyond.
Keaton and, a younger actor playing Batman.
Well, maybe that's how I kind of would picture, if you're gonna bring back him as Bruce Wayne, you have to do like a Batman Beyond type of thing, where he's the older, broken down Batman. He doesn't do it anymore, but he's training the new Batman.
Yeah, I think that would be really great to do with Michael Keaton, and that's what everyone wants is Michael Keaton's Batman Beyond, and just hire a really talented young actor, maybe Timothy Chalamet or Dylan O'Brien to be Terry McGinnis, and that's gonna be a fucking blockbuster, dude, for sure.
I think if I was to be able to, like, if I was to do the Long Halloween, what's his name? He was in Mad Men. I always pictured him.
Jon Hamm.
Jon Hamm. I always pictured
he was almost
him.
Batman.
Yeah,
instead of Ben Affleck.
He's got that freaking jaw, man, and that voice.
Oh, yeah.
And the swagger. I picture him as a kind of an older, middle-aged Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been doing it for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like he would have been a better choice than Ben Affleck, in my opinion, for Batman v Superman.
I honestly
even though Ben Affleck's grown on me a little bit.
I don't think Ben Affleck did a bad job at all.
He's grown on me for sure.
Yeah, I like Ben Affleck, but it's just when you're given crap material, it's hard to be good. And
it's hard to make a diamond out of dog turds.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want Henry Cavill to stay Superman. I think Henry Cavill makes a perfect Superman. He's just been given crap material to work with.
Yeah, Man of Steel proves that. I really liked Man of Steel.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good movie.
And even Gal Gadot, she's great as Wonder Woman.
Oh, but yeah, she's the perfect Wonder Woman. Absolutely.
She doesn't get enough direction. Yeah, like enough to just really, like a good character study art type of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you're handed shit scripts and the shit scripts make millions of billions of dollars and you don't have to exert that extra effort as an actor. What's the point, man?
Yeah,
I'm going to make $1 billion either way, baby. What you talking about?
But I do implore you to please go watch Dredd whenever you can.
I will watch Dredd. I'll watch both of them.
And watch The Mandalorian, man.
Look,
I'll give you $12 to go get Disney Plus for a month.
For a month, yeah. My brother has it, so I'll ask if I can go over there and watch it.
Yeah, get his password and just log in.
Yeah. I'll ask for his freaking login. Greedy bastard. But dude, someone who
you gotta watch Soul too, that new Pixar movie. That movie's good.
I heard it was really good. That's something I'd definitely like to watch, especially if it's as good as Onward. Onward was such a good movie.
See, I've not seen Onward yet.
It's very good. It makes you emotional. It makes you want to hug your brother, because it's a movie about brothers.
I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it might turn you around.
My brother.
Might turn you around.
I love my brother. He's just driving me a bit crazy right now. I know I drive him crazy too, but
Dude, my brother's fresh out of the military. He thinks he knows everything about everything. I'm like, man, you got dumber while you were going in military intelligence.
What are you going into? Communication.
Yeah.
But I guess we're running out of steam here, and
I guess that's it. Our guest did not join us.
She didn't show. We were supposed to talk to Rich Nana.
Rich Nana. Yeah.
I wanted to ask her if she was rich because I need money.
Judging by her Instagram, she seems pretty wealthy.
Yeah, she's got how many freaking followers did she have? Like
700? A lot.
Yeah, a lot of followers. So I was like, damn it, we're gonna get some numbers off this episode, and she didn't show up. So boo on her.
We should still just tag her in the hashtags.
Her name is still on the. And when I went to Twitch, I forgot to take her name off the title of the episode. Oh well. Sorry, Freddie versus all. If you showed up to watch Rich Nana, she was not here tonight.
Yeah, it happens when you work with these people you don't know personally. Yeah. Sometimes they'll get their times mixed up. She probably just had.
I don't think she lives in America either, so she's probably on a different time zone and.
Probably. Yeah, she probably just got her hours mixed up or did her math wrong.
Yeah.
Dude, funny story before we go. I did that one time. I had an interview scheduled with Rob Liefeld.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I was freaking out so much. This was the biggest interview of my whole life because I do journalism stuff on the side. And my editor got me an interview with Rob Liefeld. He trusted it to me. He's like, you're my best writer. I want you to interview Rob Liefeld, write questions, all this. And I was freaking out for days, dude. I stayed up at night writing questions, and I did the math wrong and called him 2 hours early and woke him up.
Oh my
And I
God.
and I called him 3 times. And I got an email from his manager that said, Rob Liefeld's having a family emergency. He can't do this today. And that's a very Rob Liefeld move because the guy's a dick to fake a family emergency like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh
I
my
understand because I called him and woke him up 2 hours early. It was at like 10 in the morning, but still.
Damn. Well, I'm
Yeah, so
glad
do
you
your
came
math
to,
right, everybody.
glad you came to see us, Freddy versus all. We're glad you're here.
Yeah, we are glad you're here, buddy. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for contributing to the conversation.
Yeah.
It's nice to talk to our listeners. That's something that we don't get to do enough that we really like to do.
See, we've been talking about that too. We need to. We're going to start doing more episodes where we, engage with the audience a little bit more. Start taking more questions while we're live and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to see more of that in the future, and we're going to have some more. What this show started out to be, interviewing comedians. So we're going to have more comedians back on the show soon too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a very funny comedian booked for the end of January. My buddy Craig Williams, who is so hilarious, dude.
One of the
Very brand new
people.
too.
Yeah.
Been doing comedy for like 4 months and he's already funnier than me. It's incredible.
Who do we got coming up next week?
So next week we have on John Velasco, who is a record producer who he owns Allied Artists Music Group, which that's what Rocky Kramer's signed to.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's signed to his label, and he's worked with guys like Ozzy Osbourne. He's worked with Tina Turner. He's worked with the Muppets, so that's how you know he's legit. You know, you work with Kermit the Frog, you're gonna work the rest of your life, baby.
Hell yeah. Well, this has been a fun show. I'm glad we got to do a hostful episode tonight.
Oh yeah, it's always fun when we get to catch up and just talk as friends. Which that's what we wanted to do. Originally too, is talk as friends and then just bring in other people of the conversation. So it's good when we get to actually do that every once in a while.
And if you want to support the show, we could use it. And if you have a business, we have a tier on the Patreon where you can go, and if you do that tier, we will shout out you. Even just if it's just you, we'll shout out you. We'll be a official sponsor of the podcast, and we will advertise you at the front of the show. You will be a sponsor of the episode. So if you have a business or somebody has a business, send them over to patreon.com/OM podcast. That's OM as in mother podcast. Open micers OM podcast.
Yeah, and if you want to leave us a review, if if times are tough and you don't have money to give us, reviews are free, man. Leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. We'd love a shiny little 5-star review.
That's the thing. We get a lot of views on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify listener, go just take like 10 seconds and go review us on Spotify, because that will help us jump up in the rankings and get us in front of more people. More people means more money. More money means bigger shows, bigger guests, all that good stuff. So it's up to you, people. All you got to do is just go give us a review. But that's going to be it for this week. Anything else you want to throw out there before we say goodnight?
No, I just hope that all of our listeners had very happy holidays.
Yeah.
And 2021 looks very bleak so far, but it can be much better if we all work together to make it better.
Yeah.
So hug your neighbor, even if they have opposing views, and let's all work together this time.
Please stay safe out there, everybody. And actually, one more thing before we go, I did want to give a shout out to. Excuse me.
Disgusting. How dare you?
Hold on. Let me play this real quick. That was Pepper Goins burping.
The legend.
Yeah. Before we go, a little bit of serious note. The Gulf Coast music scene lost one of our own, a huge part of the Gulf Coast music scene. A band called Atom Ship. And of course, he was a singer in Atom Ship, and of course, Paper Cut Massacre. Joey Culver passed away on January 1st. To start the year out, and we found out that Joey Culver had passed away. So just want to give my heart goes out to his family, all of his remaining bandmates, because Nate, the original guitar player for Atom Ship, he died about 8 or 9 years ago. So half the band is gone now, man, and it's like we're getting older, and oh man, it was a lot for me to process this last week. So yeah, my heart goes out to Joey, his family. Everybody that knew him, everybody liked him. He was a good dude and didn't deserve to go at 40 years old. Had so much more life left to give. And just want to, say, Joey, love you, man. And I'll see you again someday. And so that's it. Anything else before we go?
No, man. Just rest in peace, Joey. I never had the pleasure. I regret that I've never had the pleasure. And if anyone out there struggling with mental health or demons or anything like that, don't be afraid to reach out and talk to somebody, because chances are that person would rather talk to you for a few hours than read your obituary. So.
Yeah. And definitely go check out his music. It's all streaming everywhere. Atom Ship, that's ATOMSHIP, Atom Ship, and his other band, Paper Cut Massacre. You can find both of those on Spotify, iTunes. They had a big hit with a song called Pencil Fight back in like 2004, and another big hit, Withered. So go check them out. Even wherever you listen to your music at, go just download it and listen to it, and pay tribute to a great musician who will be sorely missed. And I'm going to go ahead and play our music here. If you would like to email us, you can email us at openmikerspodcast@gmail.com. We are at Open Micers on Twitter and Open Micers Podcast on Facebook. And that's it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty. That was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It's a shame we didn't get to talk to our guest, but
yeah.
It was fun. It was fun anyways.
If she wants to come back on, she can reschedule.
Yeah. I don't want to say it was more fun, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Freddie, and we will see you. We'll be back next week. Join us here next week with, who was it again that was coming?
John Velasco, the record producer.
John Velasco. I'm ready to talk to this dude.
Oh yeah, pick his brain.
All right. We'll see you guys, and see you next week.